Hello and welcome to Budapest, Hungary. This is our 5-day trip into Budapest after the end of Trinity term third year. I'm going to be walking around showing you to some of the best sites. And yeah, let's hope we enjoy this trip. We've just landed in the morning, took the bus in from the airport, which was very, very easy to do, to the city centre. And now we're going to Buda Castle. Not Buddha as in the religion, but Buddha as in Budapest Castle. You get a very nice scenery walking up to the castle through the gardens. Absolutely brilliant view over Budapest. The National Gallery is indeed situated right outside this beautiful scenery once again. It seems like everything is in this Buda Castle section. They have the Buda Palace apparently is behind this. National Gallery is also here, which we might come back to in a few days' time. We have a Fisherman's Bastion down there. Basically, a lot of the main sites in this Budapest seem to be all on this island. I quite like music at the old restaurants. At lunch they also had a music band, and here they have a music band as well. We're now on the other side of the castle looking out over Buda. It is very clearly a bit more bougie, a bit nicer, and of course a bit more quiet. Here we have the office of the President of the Republic. We have the Habsburg gate, which is very grand. Just after having changing the guards ceremony over there. Very nice street, but a lot of this seems to be a bit closed off. A lot of reconstruction going on, building work. I suppose they're just trying to maintain it and make sure it looks good. But it seems like they're doing more than just refurbishing this building. They're actually rebuilding quite a lot of new stuff. So I'm curious to see what it'll be like in maybe like 10-20 years time. It even seems like there's some residential aspects of this Buda Castle, which is quite cool. We have found a labyrinth which goes underneath this whole castle system. Small entrance. We're going to go in and see. Since there's no pictures, I'll tell you how it is after we get out. We've just exited the caves. Not too sure what I think about it, you know, it's quite cool, the idea. Kind of spooky, a bit eerie. It's also quite nice statues down there with different historical figures. I mean, is it worth 14 euros with a student discount? I'm not too sure. But you know, if you're here and you want to just walk around, especially if it's so hot outside and want to cool down, you know, it can be a good idea to go in. Here we have a beautiful square outside Matthias Church, and Fisherman's Bastion's down there, which we'll be heading over soon. Here we have the beautiful Fisherman's Bastion, which is very nice. It's another nice square. I'm still making up my mind whether or not I go into the old Matthias Church. I mean, it has a ticket, which I, out of principle, don't like paying to go to churches. There's an absolutely beautiful patch of lavender and loads of bees. It smells absolutely brilliant. We'll most likely revisit Buda Castle to see the National Gallery and Matthias Church on Sunday for High Latin Mass. This is the mighty Danube, which used to separate Pest from Buda until they built these bridges across and then became Budapest. It's a wonderful sight here. After dinner we just see this beautiful scene as the sun sets over the antiquated buildings of Hungary. Crazy to think we were up there today. We walked all the way back. Very beautiful when the sun sets over these old buildings. Gives this whole city a timeless feeling. And there's also this monument up there, which I'm not exactly sure what it is, but that's cool. We're now in a ruins bar. It's quite fun. This shabby old construction building. I don't know what this is. Second morning in Budapest. Off currently to do a bit short grocery run. I have to say prices in this city are quite surprising. Not to say everything is unaffordable, but rather just to say the prices in central Budapest do seem to resemble London prices, which is kind of crazy. Well, maybe not central London prices, but it definitely is a bit more expensive than I would have thought. Definitely more expensive than Bucharest or the other European, Central Eastern European countries I was in. After some groceries and breakfast, we're going to be heading to two sites. The Central Hall Market and the St. Stephen's Church, which is in a cave. This bridge looks absolutely fantastic, and the church is right on the opposite side, right over there. Beautiful scenes across the Danube. Really wide river this is. Here we have the site outside St. Stephen's Church's monument. We're going to enter in a second, but you have this wonderful sight over the Danube. Beautiful stained glass windows and a nice chapel. There are a lot of side chapels as well. There's a chapel here and one around the corner as well. Another side chapel for little child. After the church, which was totally worthwhile, we're now heading to the Central Market. There's a mix of shops, some meat, some butchers over there, some cheese shops, of course some souvenirs. It's quite a big place. More stores on indeed the second floor. Again, nice sight at the top of the market from second floor, so it's worth coming up here. We have stumbled across St. Michael's Church, which is absolutely wonderful. Let's go in and see how it is. Absolutely very beautiful church. Really recommend just popping in there. I mean, it's not like a massive site, but good to head in there, just look around. It's one of the good churches that you don't actually pay to enter, which is something which is very nice. Today is cafe day. We're going to a few cafes around the city, some of the oldest cafes. Pistachio Cafe and some water, and also of course my notes alongside a book to read. As we are carrying on our way to Cafe Gerbund, we see a lot of beautiful iconography, on the top of the building of Virgin Mary, which is reflected off the top of the glass offices. We're now at another Ode Pastry Cafe, Cafe Gerbund. It's quite nice, a lot of pastries, nice ceiling lamps, and it's very enjoyable. Starting off with Gerbund pancake with some latte, and this wonderful scenery, absolutely brilliant. And of course the street view behind us. We are here at the National Museum. We'll see what's inside. We have a nice statue outside on the road. It's very beautiful. It has very nice architecture on the outside. Quite brilliant scene of seaside music at sunset Friday evening. Parliament building lit up overnight. It's absolutely beautiful. It's very nice. Really enjoy it. We have the shoes on the Danube, which is to commemorate the execution of Jews and anti-Semitism, so it's very important to protect and warn us against such abuses. We are now in the train metro line on the way to Hero Square in the Fine Art Museum. Hero Square up ahead. I reckon that's the Fine Art Museum. Don't know exactly what that is. So you have the Fine Arts Museum here. Absolutely beautiful, very big column-like architecture, which we saw in yesterday's National Museum as well, so it's quite interesting. It's gorgeous. It's quite funny looking at the paintings of Lucas Cranach, especially after having studied him for the Reformation paper that I did just last year, so it's crazy. I was studying him for the tutorials, and now I'm looking at his paintings again. Makes you appreciate his work in a greater depth, because you see a lot of Cranach around Europe in art museums. It's quite cool when you actually come and see his work, having known what you're looking at. We are now in a garden outside Vajjahunyad Castle. It's closed, so we're not going to go in, but we're going to walk around the garden. Very pretty. You could get some small boats and pedal around. Small bridge which leads into the castle, the gate. Here we have the New York Cafe, very beautiful in this beautiful building. Hotel, it also has a cafe there. We have the Somoloy cake, pretty nice. We also got some Hungarian coffee with tokaj. and some biscuits. I've noticed there's some American imagery. There's an eagle over there, and there's an American flag with the Statue of Liberty. Fascinating. This is just very beautiful. Paintings on the ceilings are absolutely gorgeous as well. Beautiful live music. Last day in Budapest, we find ourselves walking up to St. Matthias Church. As I promised, today we go to Mass as well as go to the National Gallery. It's up nice on this rock. Church seems to be a mix of Western and also Eastern paintings. You have the gold, which you don't really find too much of in the West, but of course. We've now returned to London, calling our trip in Budapest to an end. It's been a wonderful time in Budapest with Alina and my good friends. This Jesus College Choir, absolutely beautiful. They sung Schubert's Mass at Matthias Church in the morning. It was absolutely wonderful. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next trip.